There we go. That's better. Well, folks, it turns out that when I use the Elgato software, it it completely disconnects my keyboard from the computer, so I can't use keys to manage scenes on OBS. Isn't that exciting? I guess we'll see if I can fix that in the near future. But anyway, it shouldn't get in the way of this evening's stream in any serious way. This evening I just want to play a little bit of The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, seeing as I can't in all good conscience dive back into Tears of the Kingdom while my lovely wife isn't with me. We're playing through the story for the first time together, and I don't want to risk spoilers. So, that's what we're going to do. Now let's just see if we can manage this thing. Heading over to, there we go. And okay, need to unmute that. Need to, I guess, put it there. No, that's not working. Maybe that one. No. Interesting times. Yeah, there we go. That's more like it. And hopefully we can actually manage. Yes. So I can manage the OBS via my phone in terms of volume. That's something at least, I guess. Anyway, let's dive on in. My first time streaming with the Nintendo Switch. I only recently realized that it was possible. I know that sounds really daft, but it's true. It is true. Tragic, but true. And I'm not just playing this because I can't play Tears of the Kingdom. I'm also playing it because it is the remake, the remaster of my favourite Zelda game. My favourite classic Zelda game in that sense. And this as an opening is just magnificent. The way they redid that Game Boy opening screen that you saw whenever you turned on the cartridge, leading into the game menu. And the whole thing with this sort of slightly claymation, short depth of field, shallow depth of field sort of focus, gameplay. Spectacular. Yep. Yep. Oop. Yeah, so I did start a new game with Link File 1. I more or less completed the game, so I'm gonna continue with Mac. I'm not really sure where I'm up to. Not sure what's going on. Oh, right, we're right at the beginning of the game. Perfect. What a relief. I thought you'd never wake up. You were tossing and turning. What, Zelda? Evening, David, 1965. David, sorry. My name's Marin. You must still be feeling woozy. You're on Koholint Island. Oh. Tarin, this Mario-looking so-and-so. How did I know your name? You think it's weird, eh? Well, I saw it on the back of this shield. Yes! Got your shield back. Hold R to repel enemies with it. Will do. Ah, it's just so cute. So darn cute. This is a stand for something. It says piranha plant. Oh. Oh, cool. So if we win the piranha plant in the... No? No, that's a Yoshi doll, isn't it? I'm intrigued. Ah, Mabe Village. Hey man, when you want to save, hit up. Hit up the system screen. Get that by opening the sub screen. Plus, then pressing R to get to the system screen. Don't ask me what that means. I'm just a kid. Yeah, this game has such fourth wall breaking tendencies. It's like they know and they don't know that they're in a game. It's fantastic. Exactly, twee. Delightful. Okay, of course I know exactly what I'm meant to be doing, but... Ooh, will the fox talk to me? Yip, yip. Also, the use of these other sort of Mario and Nintendo staples, such as, for example, the Chain Chomp, is a key part of the story of the original development of this game for Game Boy. Oh yeah, these guys as well. Classic Mario bad guy, turning up in a Zelda. And there's my sword. It's such a good game. Oh, hello, Meryl. Go forth to the mysterious forest. It's kind of weird playing with the Joy-Con. I'm not really sure where to put my hands. But as I was saying at the beginning of the stream, it seems that Elgato HD Capture disconnects my SteelSeries keyboard, so I can't use the letters or the, WASD or etc. Even if I wanted to. So I'm going to have to do something about that, because I don't have to restart my computer every time I use this software. But I'm using OBS to stream the video straight from the Elgato, and I'm using HD capture software to view it for me. So actually, it's two different feeds. That might be part of the problem. I don't know. But it's so cool. I've just got the Switch dock just there. I managed to source a Switch dock for very cheap, which is going to come in the post soon, and it means it'll just be there ready just to plug and play. Because most of the games that I can play on the PS4 or primarily the PS4 these days, I guess, or the Xbox 360, I can normally get those sorts of things on Steam or on Epic, etc., on PC. But it's these first-party Nintendo titles that I've wanted to stream, to capture for videos. I mean, for example, it just occurred to me as I was setting up, I still haven't done a proper tour of the archaeology site, etc., that I set up on our Animal Crossing islands, and now it's here. I can capture it, high quality footage, no muss, no fuss. It's right here on the PC for editing as well. So yeah, just need to just tackle that issue with the keyboard, I think. But yeah, it was 20 quid for the dock, and normally it comes in at 60 odd pounds, and that's minus the power cable. So yeah, really cheap. I was very lucky. Has some cosmetic scratches on the plastic housing, but I'm not too fussed about that, as long as it works. I might even make a little cover for it. Oh, this game. On your quest to wake the dreamer, welcome to the mysterious forest. Much of mystery you will find on this uncharted Koholint Island. I'm afraid you may find it a trifle difficult to leave the island while the windfish naps. By the by, have you ever visited Tail Cave, which is south of the village? Go there with the key you find in this forest. The windfish is watching. Hoot. So, of course, we've just got done playing Tears of the Kingdom for this evening. We're like 70 odd hours into the game now. Still having an absolutely fantastic time with it. Now, interestingly, this Link's Awakening, even on Game Boy, had this mechanic of actually having a button assigned to the shield for defense. And I'm trying to remember, I seem to recall, for some reason, I have a vague memory that Link to the Past on SNES didn't have that. I might be wrong about that. And that it was much more of a passive shield effect. You'd sort of run into things, and your shield would come out. Again, might be wrong. But anyway, I really appreciated that on on Game Boy. But of course, there you only had the A and the B button to control. In this instance, we're using the R button to control there. Whether or not your shield is ready. Readied. Hey, Guardian Acorn. Now, it's really funny when this game came out, this version of this game came out. We'd been playing Breath of the Wild for quite a while. And Mrs. Soup was expecting some of the same sort of possibilities in terms of, climbing trees, etc. And I had to sort of to rein that in a little bit. I was like, no, this is a top-down Zelda game. The world isn't quite as interactive, but for me as a kid, it was just as exciting being able to explore this place. As a raccoon, my nose is very sensitive to stuff like dust and powder. Okay. You're going to get lost thanks to me. Ha ha ha. Oh, great. Thanks a lot, Tanuki Man. Or raccoon. So, oh. I need some magic powder. Now, hopefully the screen is nice and smooth on stream. For me, I'm getting a little bit of barely perceptible sort of very, very slight frame rate issues. It's not a major problem. I think it might just be the way of things when you're playing the console via capture software. Double double toilet trouble. A toadstool mix powder for tricks. Okay. Oh right. Okay. So we need a toadstool. Huh. Okay, that might be just the stream compression for transition, I think, on the blacks and the whites. Yeah. Bollocks. Also, it's really weird playing this Switch on a screen that's relatively this big to my face, because obviously my PC screen is not as big as our TV, but I don't sit this close to our TV when I'm playing. So it's kind of luxurious, actually. Ooh. Piece of power. Now that's where we need to get. No, that's not where we need to get to. I need to get a mushroom. Oh, it's down here. Somewhere. Yeah, the piece of power makes a real difference. Oh, hey, Cylon. Flaws and cracks. Yes, I'm very happy to see this as well. I can't believe it didn't occur to me, because technically speaking, I could have been doing this years ago. As soon as I got the Elgato, I could have been doing this. But I just thought, for some reason, that you had to have the playable image for me coming through a HDMI cable. And then it just clicked a couple of days ago. I just went, oh yeah. It just suddenly made sense. There we are. Yeah, toadstool. Now, this is the one thing that always slightly bothered me about the Game Boy game, was the announcement every time you picked up a piece of power and every time you picked up a Guardian Acorn, what it was and what it did. That was the only slight little thing that I would have ever changed about that game. Oh, messed that up. Okay. Good evening, Charmanar. Sorry I didn't see your message about the graph paper until it was just a little bit too late. There we go. Also, you'll be happy to know that Jessie got in touch, and I will be signing documents and having a bit of a chat with her on Tuesday before Wednesday. So, should be fun. Now I need to go to the witch's house. Not you. And actually, interestingly, I'm yet to go to oh god, what's it called? Not Castaway Island, Eventide Isle in Tears of the Kingdom. That was in Breath of the Wild, basically an island based on this game. It had a rock on the top that looked a bit like an egg. And it was a bit of an homage to Link's Awakening. Right. The Mess of Wires approach. Hey, magic powder. Okay. Set it to excuse me. I'll set it to X. No, I'll set it to Y. Oh, see what happens when you use it on your enemies. All good. Can we use it on this guy? Oh. That was kind of funny. Can we use it on this guy? Okay. I don't want to waste my magic powder. We've got 17 doses left. Pinches. Yeah, nose is very sensitive to dust and powder. Setup working. Yes, it's working very well, actually. I'm very happy. And as I was just saying, I still can't quite believe it. I just didn't realise that I could do it. Yes! The raccoon goes nuts. Watching TV, so we'll be idling. Okay, cool. Magic powder. The last thing I can remember was biting into a big juicy toadstool, then I had the weird darndest dream. I was a raccoon. Sounds strange, but sure was fun. See, he's even into mushrooms like Mario, so another little Mario broader Nintendo reference there. Okay, you stay there, Taran. We have the key. Similar mushrooms scenarios too. I can believe it. Take the key, go to Tail Cave, retrieve the instrument that is hidden there. Go now, the windfish is waiting. Hoot. Hoot, hoot. Oh. Don't want to spill water on my PC. Can you imagine that? Not wanting to spill water on my PC? What madness is this? Oh, these guys. They suck you in and they take something from you. In fact, are they like-likes? I wonder. Or a version of like-likes? Because, again, Tears of the Kingdom has reminded me of that monster from playing Ocarina of Time. I was like, oh, yeah. Yes, even the artwork for this game in the game manual on the Game Boy was probably my favourite. Favourite look of Link. But I guess it's probably just because it was my first as well. Your right mouse button is still sticky from spilt iron brew. Well, if it's going to be sticky from something, I'd rather it was iron brew. Other than Coca-Cola, of course. You know, iron brew is definitely better. So we have the key. That means we can head south to the beach and go in. Ooh, this is the library, isn't it? Yes. This is a bookshelf. What? You could see that? Okay. Again, the game, the tone, everything. Gaming Historian on YouTube has done a fantastic exploration of the history of this game and why it's so peculiar, and has a sort of a very thematic, dreamlike quality. But it's also a bit surreal at times. It breaks the fourth wall. It has a very wry sense of humour, and it was made basically initially in a couple of programmers' spare time to see if they could make something like A Link to the Past work on Game Boy, and it did. We're going in. Yeah, I don't often get, I can't often afford the special edition of Zelda games. But I had to get the special edition of this one. It came with the steel book for the game. The box was a Game Boy with the green, dot matrix screen on it and everything. I think it had art as well included. Maybe an art book or something. I can't quite remember. I'll have to double check. Revisit it. And speaking of art books, the Tears of the Kingdom, whereas they released something called Creating a Champion, a great big, thick, really extensive art book eventually for Breath of the Wild. For Tears of the Kingdom, it seems so far they're only going to have art in the special edition of the game. So at some point I might have to hope that someone is selling off that art book parting out their special edition. People do it all the time though, so the odds are good. But maybe it's a good thing I can't see the art yet. I can't spoil that game for myself in terms of later bosses and characters and features. You've never played a Zelda game? Is that bad? Well, you know, it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. This game is the classic Zelda formula, and it's interesting. You know, people were, when Breath of the Wild came out, there was a lot of bitching and moaning about how they had, you know, broken the formula in terms of go to a dungeon, get a special treasure in the dungeon, use the special treasure to defeat the boss of that dungeon, rinse and repeat until you rescue Zelda. But not only did they have to innovate, but also I think the essence of Zelda, in particular the first game on the NES or the Famicom, was adventure. It was to have a little world in your pocket, and to have that. Shigeru Miyamoto wanted to capture the excitement of exploring the countryside around Kyoto when he was a child. And in the first game, it's just a case of, you know, it's like a grid. I can't remember how many by how many, but let's say 16 by 8 grid or something of top-down landscape. And it just says, right, off you go. You know, go in one direction or another, see what you can do. Take this sword, it's dangerous to go alone. That was it. And it was only really with the SNES game, with actually Link to the Past, that the formula was kind of formalized as it is in this game. This is the game that followed that. Because Zelda 2, Link's Adventure, was actually, interestingly enough, side-scrolling, just like this little section is. But again, at the time, I didn't realise. The first time I played a Zelda game was on Game Boy, and it was playing this one. So going into side-scrolling, I didn't realise that was odd, you know, compared to what you got on the SNES version, but with A Link to the Past. So I think it's partly about what you're exposed to and what you're expecting, but for me, it's always been about the excitement of exploring a world, and it's that action adventure RPG, isn't it? You know, people often argue about whether or not Zelda is an RPG, because you're not really playing a role, are you? You're playing this kind of like a set story. So, is this console gaming before the PS1? Yes. Well, yeah. Yeah, so the SNES version, this version was on Game Boy originally, yeah, before PlayStation 1. Ah! Stop using the magic! Right, can I, oh, I can't. I can't unassign. Oh, no, there you go, okay, I'm assign a blank to Y. Yeah, I don't want to keep on wasting my magic. That's the one thing, is that the Y button in Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild is sword, is swingy sword. Whereas in this game, it's the B button, it's the bottom button on the Switch controls scheme. Hence, I kept on using the magic when I didn't mean to. There we go. Amiga Gamer, then nothing until PlayStation. Yeah, and that's entirely understandable and reasonable. And I think console these days, there's no reason, apart from obviously first-party titles like this, to have to rely on a console at all, is there really? And for many people, if they want to be playing a range of games from a range of different developers and studios, PC is the way to go. The only bad thing is that PC ports are still notoriously bad. It's astonishing how bad the PC community is treated compared to the console community when it comes to, I mean, I don't know, I don't know, pick a game basically of late. I can't really quite pick one off the top of my head. I know that, for example, Batman Arkham Knight years ago was an infamously bad PC port. Despite the fact that obviously the machine can often handle more than the consoles can. Oh, the bats. Okay. One of those classic kill everything in the room situations. There we go. Oh, no, you need to come through there from the other side. Oh, okay, never mind. I do have a key, though. Yeah. No, that's absolutely. And also as well, there's the convenience as well of, for the most part, particularly with the Nintendo seal of approval, knowing that the software that you're going to get for your console is going to work well on your console. That was a really key aspect of, particularly in the US, of the post Atari 2600 years, wasn't it? Cutting down on pirate publishers and dodgy homebrew software. Yeah, I remember finding this bit really thrilling. That there's these skeletons hanging from chains in the this sort of dungeon area. And again, there's a reason that I have the map for the Game Boy game framed at the bottom of our stairs. It literally feels like a little holiday destination for me. You know, so many times I've played this game and completed it. Oop. Or a version of this game. Can we go up there? Yes. Oh, right, yes, of course. Just need to match all of the card faces on the three guys there. Jumpman. Yes. Wasn't that was Mario's initial name, wasn't it? There we go. It's interesting how, so again, people can be snobby about anything, particularly fans of things, but the conversation about whether or not it's Mario or Mario, I find really interesting. Then again, it's a bit like Ocarina and Ocarina, isn't it, of time. This guy, oh, these guys are so... There we go. Push him down the hole. Now, is Oregon Trail, is that a game of that kind of era, or is that earlier? I don't mean to insult anyone. Yeah, was it... Oh, There we go, yes. And it was like it was one of the games that was allowed to be played in schools, wasn't it? In the US, because it was deemed educational, which is really cool. Are we ready for the boss already? Oh, we haven't got the map yet. Okay, there's still a couple of doors that we can go in. Okay. Yeah, there's a really famous death screen. It's like you died of dysentery or something. Yeah, it's very similar to the one I made. Yeah, the one I made is more based, I think, on the Ocarina of Time compass. But really, this compass is that compass was based on the version of the compass that appeared in the Game Boy manual for this game, and and this game, when it came to Switch, yeah, very much made it in that style. So, yeah. Oh, there's an iOS version. Cool. I'll have to give it a go. I've always wanted to play it. Right. Out of my way! Skeleton. Oh no. Wrong way. Hang on. Am I getting myself... Oh no, this is right. There we go. I'm playing half from memory, half from what I'm doing on screen. There we go. Look at him. Buzz outsider. Could be from any village in the UK, really. Oh. Oh. Be careful not to be pushed into the corners. Ah! Oh, okay. Game over. Retry. Need local dungeon for local people. It puts the lotion on its skin. British Dungeon, aka men's public loos in pubs in the 90s. Ah! Oh, you see. Now this is the thing I found really cool. Was the fact that you're when you're shoved down here, you go down into the dungeon below. You have to climb back up again and go back in. Oh, rats! Of course, he gets his life back. The boss does, but. Now I suppose I could be jumping around a lot because this dungeon's key treasure is the jump feather, but I've always found it better. Well, he says to use the you just use the shield and sort of push back against the monster, try and stay in the room, and then swipe at the tail when you get a chance. Okay. It might be worth jumping over and just every now and then see what happens. Whoa! Okay, yeah, I'll jump. I'll take the bait. I'll take the hint. There we go. And considering this is a game about collecting instruments to wake the windfish, I really do appreciate the score, the orchestrated version of this game's score. Not that I didn't like the original, but you know. Want to do the Oregon Trail road trip, but can't convince the boys. Oh, there must be stuff along there that you know, that's kind of tangential that will get them to go. Like, are there caves to explore or any theme parks? Swamp. Go to the swamp. No, the swamp calls. Oh, a path opens in the blooms. Yes, of course. So, where is he? There he is. Hoot, hoot. Instrument of the sirens. I have to admit, at first I did not believe you were real. That instrument, along with the 7 others in the set, has the power to wake the windfish. You must collect them all. I was instructed to give you directions. Your next goal is north, Goponga Swamp. Hoot, indeed. Oh, evening, David's 1967. You back again? Ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Now, this is one thing that they did add to the game that that actually comes out of Mrs. Soup's first game, Zelda game, having been Breath of the Wild, is that she asked, could I pick the apples from the trees? And I said, no. And then she said, well, try running into them in a bit. And then it worked. You run into them and the apples fall out of the trees. Oh no, moblins attack the village. Kiddo. Junior. Really bad scene with the moblins. So I mean, might be faster to find out for yourself what happened. Okay. Terrible, my Bow Wow was dognapped by moblins. Please, somebody help my poor Bow Wow. Makeup, jewels, dresses. I want it all, says Chow Chow. Sigh, and some new accessories would be nice. Yep, Bow Wow the dog has gone missing. Oh wow, naughty. Right, anyway, need to go in there. Oh no, it's up through the forest, isn't it? Sorry. I like the way that when characters turn in this game, it's an instant sort of tick, 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 tick. It all makes it seem, again, very sort of toyish, claymation, almost stop motion, with a very close-up camera as well, to the action. I don't know how they landed on this art style for this game, because it's, in that sense, it's unique for a Zelda game, but I really like it. No, no, that's wrong. No, I'm just going all the way up here. And now we can jump over these holes. I read that spiel, Chamana. That's quite impressive. Quite a hustle you had going there. Unbelievable. Oh. Okay. No. This is the wrong way. Again, this is the problem with being over familiar with the game, is you forget what you couldn't do earlier on in the game. Oh no. Earn yourself a nickname. Right, yes. We need to go up past... Ow. Oh, I know. Ow, stop it. Up past here. Well done. Was something to do with the floppy disk? You know, floppy Joe? I don't know. Telltale Heights. The windfish in gnome only, for it is neither. Who's a suspicious looking runt? All right, boys, let's get rid of him.
Your stronghold awaits you.
Good evening, Nolan. How's it going? Yeah. Ooh. Now this particular room provided quite a sort of challenge on the Game Boy original, because you couldn't really move diagonally. So it was a case of sort of moving into the same row or column as your enemy, turning to face them, and then putting up the shield. There he is. You must be an assassin sent by Madame Meow Meow to rescue the mutt. You came here to get me, but it's I who'll get you. Oh, he did get me. Oh! There we go. Yeah, you should blame Zelda. Just when I thought I'd be getting back to it regularly post-indie, along comes Tears of the Kingdom, and it just eats up all our time. Also, as well, the summer evenings, or the early summer evenings, aren't helping, because it's so light, so late. You know, you do realize we can read, don't you? Yes, I know you can read. I'm just enjoying the game. You say, Bow Wow, what a fearsome beast. Oh, bless him. So now we get to have our little Bow Wow chain chomp pet with us for a while. So did you not appreciate my voice acting there? So now it's worthwhile going back to Madame Meow Meow. She does have something to say. Excuse me. Fearsome looking animal you have there. That's true. Bow Wow would be dragging me along. No, that's cool. Bow Wow. Concentrate on the game. Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Yes, I got stabbed, didn't I, by the spear. You're not wrong. Any more no more heroism today. No. No, it was a surprisingly low. Excuse me, surprisingly low key happening. And all I can say is, thank goodness, we don't have firearms for the most part in this country. Where am I going? Oh, no, so I want to go back to Madam Meow Meow. Yeah, he just full on noms them all. He's nom. Also, I really love the grass texture. It's kind of like thin plasticine that's been moulded and then laid out on the floor there. Mimicking somewhat the grass texture that's in the Game Boy game. Also, in the Game Boy game, you had these flowers. They're sort of dancing. They're kind of opening and closing all the time. Which I always found very pleasing. Oh, there we are. Thank you. I'm so happy you brought my baby back. Now, would you be a dear and take him for a walk? It really would help me out a lot. You will? Thanks. Brilliant. So we get to borrow Bow Wow for a while. Oh, well, to be fair, he wasn't confronting me. He was confronting the girl behind the counter. The young lady. I say that because she's younger than me. Yeah, so he didn't really even see me. I just put the basket over his head and from behind and pull him to the ground. In some ways, it was unfair. It was very dishonourable. In that classic sense, but no, it was also, I think, quite a sensible way of doing it. Ooh, ah! And as I say, it's not the first time. Woof, dig, rough. Oh yes, of course. If I get my if I get a shovel, I'll be able to dig in places where he recommends digging. And oh, okay, yes. Can I afford a shovel in the shop? No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Ah, push me back. Oh well, she was very thankful. I was back in there today, and she was having a day off, but the manager said thanks, thanks a lot as well. But also that she was saying how the manager was saying, how obviously the shop is insured, so they don't want staff or customers to put themselves at harm, and so on and so forth. So I know that. So when I worked in a couple of local spa shops in Prestatyn and Rhyl, Prestatyn and Melodon, really. They always said if you're ever robbed, same goes for Blockbuster. If you're ever robbed, just do what they say. There's no use getting harmed when it's insured. Should probably go for this treasure chest. Yay! 50 whole rupees. But yes, it's a strange. Oh wow, you get my online notifications as well. My well, friend of a friend, Rosie, playing The Witcher 3. She loves Breath of the Wild, but won't be told that Tears of the Kingdom is worth playing. So funny. So when she finally gets to Tears of the Kingdom, she'll be like, "Why didn't you tell us?" And we'll be like, "Oh, we did tell you." Oh, where's the shopkeeper gone? No, this is a house, isn't it? Out of the way, chicken. Yeah. That is, in fact, Tarin sleeping. Here we go. Here's the shop. Shovel. Oh, 200 rupees. Rats, I need more rupees. But it's worth doing. Because Bow Wow can give you some good digging tips. Secret shell. What will you do with it? What will I do indeed? Grass cutting service. You don't even have to pay Link to cut grass. He just finds many in the grass. That's also something I really appreciated in Breath of the Wild and now Tears of the Kingdom was how they interpreted all these years Link chopping grass and finding, for example, hearts in the secret seashell euphemism. Finding hearts in the bushes, you know, to replenish life. They actually put in there a hearty radish. So a radish that looks kind of heart-shaped. For my part, I quite like the joke that I've got a T-shirt that's Legend of Zombie instead of Legend of Zelda, where Link is a zombie eating a heart, brains. But the fact that they decided in those games to make it so that cooking and eating food replenish your health makes sense. Again, it was I understand nostalgia for these things like finding hearts in bushes, but it's okay for things to develop, and in that sense, you know, the new direction for the Zelda games hasn't taken away the existence of games like this. Indeed, not that long ago, they remade this one in this style. So, yeah, I think I'm just generally happy. It's a good time to be a Zelda fan. Okay, deluxe shovel. I'll buy anyway. He says. Yay! So now I can go digging. In the forest. There we go. And you can dig anywhere, which I quite like. Oh, hang on. What? What? Oh, there you go. Okay, so you can't dig on it's on a grid system, so you couldn't dig, for example, there. But yes, dig and see what you might find. Well, interestingly, in this game, you can steal from the shop. So you can go in, pick something off the counter, like the bow and arrow, 980 rupees, bloody hell, and just insist, you know, keep on trying to walk out the door with it. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to, but and eventually you do get out. You manage to escape with the item, but your game save file, in fact, not just all the characters in the game, the way you save the game renames you to Thief. So you are known as a thief throughout the island for the rest of the game, for having lost your patience with the extortionate prices in the local store, local shop. I don't know if that happens in this version of the game. I haven't tried it, but I did try it with the Game Boy version, and it's another little lovely little detail. There we go. And he's going to go dig. No? Well, he was saying dig here. Oh, there you go. Brilliant. Secret seashell. No, I'm sorry, but I refuse that that particular order, Nolan. Oh no, it got me. It got me. I don't want to be indeed replace your divots, yeah. I'm like a bad metal detectorist. Oh, there we go. Oh, golf player. Yes, I don't want to be known as a thief. Don't block. Oh, crikey. Now there's a... I could try that. I could give it a go. I mean, there are times when you need to shift things with your shield. I could try not blocking. Speaking of which, yeah, because I love it so much, I did, when it was on sale, get a copy of Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice for Switch, actually. And graphically, it's not, it's nothing to write home about at all. Do you know, it's funny, I remember the first time I did this, did the whole Secret Shells quest in this game, I'd taken Bow Wow home long since. I ended up just having to dig up every single square on the whole island, trying to find the last few shells. That was interesting. But yes, so Hellblade. Even though, again, graphically, nothing to write home about. Again, the gameplay in that game is the sword play, etc. So much fun, and with block, it is even more fun with the block button from the beginning. So, in reality, someone would already be complaining to the council about the potholes you're creating in the roads. This is true. This is true. Oh. Is he going to eat them? Come on, eat something. Thank you. So yeah, so Bow Wow gets us through the swamp. Ow. And into the second dungeon. Bottle Grotto. Don't jump. Don't jump, don't attack. Don't use the inventory screen. There we go. Shall go this way. I will ban all in-game actions. Ouch. those spinny things are so annoying. No jumping. Oh. Stone beak. Ah, brilliant. Yep, okay. Do you know, I knew that was going to happen as I went through the door. I just... Too late. Too late. If your point's there to no avail. Well, you know, I like a challenge. Ah, back off. Yeah, small key is needed. So I'm trying not to block this guy. Posture check. The posture's not well. I was leaning back a little bit. Stretch. I need to stretch just now, but probably need to hydrate. Ah. Also, I don't know about you. Well, probably not Charminar, actually, knowing you, but but I'm really struggling at the moment to stay in bed rather. So beyond like 6 o'clock. It's so sunny by 4:30, 5 o'clock that yeah, this morning I just couldn't. Even though I went to bed at gone midnight. Actually, no, 1 o'clock. I watched a documentary on the Paradise Fire. So that was what, 5 hours sleep, I suppose. If I was lucky, maybe 4.5. Retry! I still can't believe I'm playing the Switch on the PC, on stream via the PC. It's fantastic. Nah. Oh, I see. Yeah. She showing you her butthole. Small key can open the locked door. Oh, we literally trapped the fireball between the two orange guys then. Interesting. Of course. Soon go back to sleep. Yeah, I find it so difficult to go back to sleep. As soon as my, I don't know, the sun hits my eyes, I'm just, yeah, up, awake, doing stuff. I try my best though. I sort of bury my head in the pillow and, oh no, I want to go back this way. Yeah, now these guys, they mirror your every move. And again, they have that Mario kind of aesthetic. I shall put, if I remember, I shall put in the after stream section on Discord the link to that gaming historian documentary about the making of the original. Yeah. He didn't what? Was there a jump? Was there meant to be like a scream sound? Terribly sorry if oh, I didn't jump to the I hydrated. Right, okay, come on, man. Oh, I see, yes, exactly. Well, yeah. Worth it. Compass! Yeah, so we need to go this way. I know, it would be cool, wouldn't it, if compasses did that in real life? Yeah. If only there was a store on Etsy. Well, to be fair, I have offered to send you a bottle opener trial in the past, Nolan. Have to go, or she won't stop making a racket. Oh, that's a shame, Chaminar. Oh, the... There we go. Push that in there. Oh, you little sugarmonger. Yeah, no, it is nearly midnight. Up. Oh! Honestly, man. Oh, hello, there's the Hinox. So yeah, it's really not the most difficult game in the series, but it is beloved. But also, again, because it was originally made for Game Boy. Now this guy has... Is it the map? Yep. Such a devious little suction thing. Yeah, absolutely. Well, as I say, I'm hoping to do more regular stuff next week onwards. So, oh, of course. You take care, Chamanar. Good night. Ah. They don't like the light. Yeah, I do. I just love the aesthetic in this game. Bracelets of power. Now, I seem to recall... Yes. Yeah, it's such a... As they say, quality of life improvement in this game. That you don't actually have to assign the Bracelets of Power to a button to lift things using it. In this version, he's just wearing it, which is just wonderful. Which means that you can just go around and lift things without having to put it in the equivalent of the Y and X button there. It's, a very welcome improvement. And one of the best reasons to remake a game is to implement a slightly better vision or a slightly more playable iteration. Small key. Ah, okay. Yeah, I remember this guy. There we go. Doing laundry. Cool. We are yet to replace our washing machine. Still using Ruth's. Oh no! There's a very specific order to kill those guys in. What is it? It's defeat the imprisoned one first, then the bat. I think. You defeat the imprisoned one with a pot. There we go. Then the bat. No. No, yes. Well, I guess we'll see. Yes, okay. One of the owls gives you a little riddle. First defeat the imprisoned so-and-so. I'll take a look at it if we get a chance. Yeah, at least we can use Ruth, yeah, and she's very happy for us to do so. And it just boils down to cost, really. So we are trying to find the best way to get her. Deconditioning my 9,459 pounds of hair. Goombas as well. Obviously, Goombas, classic Mario baddie, and the piranha plants. Yeah, that's it. So, did we have to carry the beak from statue to statue in this game? Is that it? I'll go and retrieve it, and then we can read the... read the riddle. There we go. Oh no, it's gone. Oh no, I never got it, did I? Did what? How? Maybe I'm confused. Or is it a single-use item in this game? You just use it on one statue, which I did, and then that's your lot. Those are your tips. That's your tip for the dungeon. I don't know. Let's go back to this guy and have a look. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So it's just doesn't say that you have it though. Doesn't appear to. Oh no, there you go. Okay, so map, compass, beak. Right. Well, let's go back to the statue then. That's not a feature in the original. Originally, the statues are just there. You don't have to put the beak on them. No, this one. First defeat, yeah, the imprisoned Pole's voice. Last, the skeletal Stalfos. So that's where that clue came from. Because yes, I remember originally not knowing how to proceed in this dungeon. Kept on going in there, killing the skeletal guy first because that was easier, and then the rabbit-looking Stalfos thing, the Pole's voice thing, and no wonder it never quite worked. And then I never forgot the sequence. Ah! It's interesting. Yeah, jumping in Zelda. They made it an automatic feature in the 3D games for quite a while. You just sort of look at the gap that you want to jump across, and if it was jumpable, you would automatically jump it if you ran in that direction. In this game, it was an item, i.e. Rock's feather, that's attached to the X button there. But then when it came to the release of Breath of the Wild, I remember one reviewer being absolutely ecstatic. Oh, actually, ecstatic that there's an actual jump button. And you don't need a random feature or, artifact, treasure to make it happen. Oh. Am I going the wrong way? Yes, I am going the wrong way. Oh, yes. Yeah. No, that is an aspect, isn't it, of Skyrim, definitely. Ah! Oh, I'm being completely beaten up here. Oh. Right then, I will be back in just a second. Wasn't sure if I'd made myself a coffee, but I hadn't made myself a coffee. Lost audio? Or was that because I left? Sorry. Now this is I really like this feature. Now can I put this down without breaking it? No, I can't. Okay, right. I'm going to come back. I just want to demonstrate something. Can I? Oh, okay. Okay. Right. So this guy, the platform is like, no. Yeah, probably best not to. You're right. Yes, it's basically midnight. But I wasn't sure if it was waiting for me on the on the table if I'd made one. Yeah, so it won't move. Then you have to get past it. You have to convince it to move by bringing a little bit of extra weight with you. And what I always used to do as a kid on Game Boy, I would just face that way and chuck it up in the air so it would smash on his head. I was like, ah, yeah, stubborn platform thing, you. Take that. Oh, yes, the bottle. Ho, ho, ho. I'm your bad guy this time. Ho, ho, ho. Genie in a bottle. Now, I think I need to run... Yep. Just avoid the fireballs. And then I can hit the bottle. Sword won't break this bottle. Even the walls here look tougher than that dinky thing. Okay, what about this then? Okay, pick up your pots, as is again the feature that you've, or the skill that you've found in this dungeon, classic Zelda style. Yeah, that's it. Pick it up and chuck. Ah ha ha ha! You broke my bottle! You make me hopping mad! Okay. Charge up my sword. Avoid the... Ah! There we go. Got him. Yeah. Get an extra heart piece. And we have the conch horn, which also appears to have valve keys as well, like it's a brass instrument. Very happy. Prairie, prairie. The prairie is waiting. So next it is the dungeon in the prairie. And so the game continues like this with so many little side characters and quests to delight and distract as you go as well. And I love it. You know, as I say, if I couldn't play Tears of the Kingdom this evening, I simply had to play this game as my first Nintendo Switch live stream. And if we just, let's see, can we save it? Oh, nice. That's the bits of the map that we've uncovered. Cool. Yep, save, save. There we go. Now, if we close it and go back to the game, we should see that opening animation again. Or does it only happen when you start the game in this version? Oh, no, no, that's good. So, yeah. Remnants of Hokusai's The Wave with the wave there. The waves crashing, just like those prints. So this was also the release trailer, the announcement trailer for this version of the game as well, which again was just supremely exciting, certainly for me, but also so many people around the world. I'm really actually happy to know that so many people do consider this to be their favourite Zelda game, probably again because of its unique character. Anyway, so there's that, and I wanted to show you that because if we go to Game Boy Nintendo Switch Online offering, since we do pay for Switch Online in order to be able to play with various people online, they have released the interestingly the director's cut version of the original and the Game Boy Color versions. Now, Game Boy Color, oh, actually, no, they're all Game Boy Color. Okay, sorry, director's cuts are versions on Game Boy Color, French, German, and English versions. But if we start the game on Game Boy, this is the original version of that animation. This is what I would see in here every time I turn the game on. Click, turn it on, and you know, it is kind of reminiscent of the modern animation of that moment. And then in comes Marin, finding Link on the beach. And then it will go up to the egg on the mountain. So it's a remake, but I think it's been lovingly remade. And yeah, so I really appreciate that. Also, I really appreciate the fact that I get to do that now again on stream. I can show, you know, we can dive into Game Boy games. For some reason, the N64 games, although technically speaking we should have access to them, haven't. They don't acknowledge that we do have access to them, so we have to look into that. The SNES selection is excellent as well. Again, for streaming, I'm sure. Well, excellent. It's good. It's not as good as has been on previous recent Nintendo consoles. Certainly not, but good enough. Joe and Mac 2, good prehistoric, tongue-in-cheek prehistoric game there. Also, they have what's the other one? It's prehistoric, R-I-K, man, prehistoric, man. Yeah, a bit more in the way of selection here. Again, for possible streaming. And then there's just my broader Switch game library as well, which comes to the table. So yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to just decide to do a Switch stream, plug it in, and play. I think this has been a success. A good. Oh, also, yes, get to play the what's it called? Not special edition. Anyway, the Switch edition of Skyrim, which is a later edition, with my proper save file as well on it as well. Get to stream that. Kirby, plenty of weird and wonderful background observations and archaeology to be found in that game. And Bloodstained, Witch of the Night. Anyway, I'm rambling on now. Yeah, it's been fun. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for turning up. I'm so glad to have been able to stream this evening. And next week, I will return to Resident Evil 4 and probably also return, if not to Link's Awakening, certainly to the Switch for another stream. What was the Fallout game? Oh, yes, Fallout New Vegas, wasn't it? Again, I can't use my keyboard. Yes, Fallout New Vegas was the free game, I think, on Epic this week or last week, but it's still free at the moment. And I need to download it. I do. Very good though. I played it on the Xbox 360. For many people, it's their favorite Fallout game, even though it was released unfinished. A lot of the story lines end very quickly. Oh, what was the Fallout game on the? Sorry, right? Yes, that was Shelter. Yeah, that was the free to play app. Yeah, which I need to re-download. In fact, also Feudal Alloy. I really like that game. That's a sort of a Metroidvania style game where you are a goldfish in a robot body in a medieval world. It makes sense in the game. Night, guys. Do take care. I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye.